only 19% of hires are deemed to be successful. So, how do you spot a bad hire quickly and avoid issues within your business? Let's start off by defining what we mean when we say someone is a bad hire. Essentially, this indicates that an employee has a bad impact on the company's morale, performance, retention, productivity, and culture. Simply put, a bad hire is somebody who performs poorly, has poor communication skills, and creates conflict within your existing staff and customers. Not only that, but they can actually damage the reputation of your business. Surveys suggest that 40% of companies spend at least between $25,000 to $50,000 on a bad hire. Ouch. Now, just as much as a bad hire can have a negative impact on your business, a good hire can actually elevate it. They can increase productivity, boost morale, and attract more clients. So what crucial steps can you take to avoid hiring the wrong person? First off, you really want to think about your company. What is your company's goals, vision, and culture? This will actually help you narrow down who you would like to join your team. And then this will lead to a clear job description that will help you attract the right candidates for the job. Understand and determine the skills that are needed for this specific position. This includes technical skills, qualifications, but also personality traits. For instance, if the job requires the employee to have great people skills and they will be interacting with the clients on a day-to-day basis, then obviously you really want to attract somebody who is a bit of an extrovert and enjoys talking to people. Because you can imagine if you hire somebody who's an extreme introvert, a person of very few words, how that could possibly be an issue for that position. Look at the candidate history in the work field. This will really come down to executing a really well thought out interview process. You really want to ask them about specific scenarios that they have actually encountered in the past, but you also want to ask them what did they do to overcome challenges. This will give you an idea of how they problem solve and how they are more likely to act within your business. Look at potential. Even though a candidate may not have all the qualifications, they may actually possess the skill set and personality. Ultimately, what this means is they will actually learn fast and ultimately grow well within your business. Sometimes this is a better option than somebody who is more qualified because they might actually be a little bit more open-minded, a little bit more manageable when it comes to changing their mindset or being more flexible in the work. And sometimes when you hire somebody who's been doing the same thing over and over again and they're kind of stuck in their ways, it's kind of difficult to mold them. So that's something that you really want to take into consideration. Create a well thought out interview. When you interview a candidate, you don't only want to look at their skill set and qualifications, as I mentioned before, but you really want to understand who they are, what their goals are, and what type of personality do they have. For instance, if your job requires a leader, that means that you really want to have somebody who has a problem-solving mindset and who isn't afraid to take initiation. So in the interview, you really want to ask them about past experiences. How did they handle certain situations? And of course, you want to give them case scenarios. What could actually happen in your job? What are the obstacles that they could encounter and how they would resolve that? Take your time to make the right choice. Understandably, time can be a factor when it comes to filling in a position. However, the cost of a bad hire isn't worth the loss of time. If you implement a well thought out plan and actually take the time to put it together, then of course you are more likely to achieve success in this situation. Simply put, do not rush the process. It's not worth your money and time. Hire and train through a recruiting company. There is a reason why companies prefer to hire a recruiting company versus hiring themselves. First of all, it can actually turn out to be more cost effective. And secondly, a recruiting company actually has the time and the skills and the tools that, simply put, you may not have. The other effective option is to actually have a recruiting team to teach you and your team how to recruit. This is actually not a common service, but this is something that we do provide here at Mitsuoka Company. This is a valuable investment and skill set that can only lead to benefit you and your business. So, what are some of the common mistakes that companies make? A telltale sign that something is wrong within your company and your hiring process is when you have a high employee turnover. Simply put, this means that you are attracting the wrong people. Now, they might have the right personality and skill set, but maybe their goals do not align with your company's goals. And this, of course, can actually mean that there is poor communication between the employee and the management. Realistically, there are many factors as to why you might have a high employee turnover. And you really need to be honest and understand that something isn't working. And the truth of the matter is that some changes need to be implemented in order to resolve this issue. Another common issue is regular bad hires. This really requires your company to change their hiring method from scratch. You ultimately need to create a consistent and effective data source that produces results. This will dramatically reduce the cost of hiring someone. This also means that your hiring team probably needs retraining and needs to learn new skills in order to succeed. Another really important factor is company culture. This often either isn't even implemented or is completely not taken seriously. So company culture reflects the values of people that work for your company. It is a key player on holding on to valuable team members and helps keep turnover rates low. So making sure that the new team member fits in well with the company's culture is crucial because this will actually reduce conflict and turnover. Sometimes businesses don't really understand their own culture, so it's really important that you understand what it is for you and your business. Lack of communication. Your employees are the people who are going to tell you what it's like to work for you, what is working and what isn't working within your company. It is essential to look for candidates who are good communicators and, of course, who work well in a team environment. Attitude. So an employee's attitude is actually really important, and sometimes this gets overlooked. Another mistake that a lot of companies make is that they don't look at an employee's attitude, because an employee's attitude is so important. And the reason for that is because it will tell you really about their work ethic. So during the interview process, this is another quality that you really want to look into. You can actually determine a person's attitude by asking them about their goals and what they would like to achieve and if they have achieved anything in life. In conclusion, hiring a talented recruiter would obviously be the best solution, especially for a high-level position and for a job that requires specific skills. So most recruiters seek out the best candidates based on your requirements in exchange for a commission. However, here at Mitsuoka Company, we cater to every business individually and design our pricing individually. Not only that, but we also provide other options and solutions for you and your team. If this is not an affordable option for you and your business, then all the pointers that I have just mentioned before will definitely help you when hiring new candidates. You will really need to expand your knowledge and make the right changes when it comes to your hiring strategy to help you attract and hire the best candidates. If you would like to know more about our services, you can simply go to our website or you can click the description box below. Mitsuoka Company, because that's who we are.